Hello everyone, good evening. Okay, students, you are able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there was some network issue actually, so I was not able to connect immediately. But still, okay, if you are facing any kind of difficulty issue, you are not able to hear me, please at least reply to me, okay? And let me know in case of any kind of query. Fine. Okay, so let's start the today's topic again with the same Java programming, guys. So we have seen yesterday access modifier. Yes, let me just show you fundamentals we have started, and we have seen what is token. है ना? In Java programming, whatever the components you are going to use, that can be operators, that can be literals, identifier, combination of all this component, we can simply follow just to implement a code, and that code we can simply use for execution purpose, right? So every statement which has some meaning, because of what? Because of token. So token is nothing but each individual component of a Java statement in a such a way that it will carry some meaning and it will take some part in effective execution of the program. That is called token. We have seen keyword. There are total 50 keywords available in Java, and keyword are nothing but the reserved words, right? These words you can use to implement the code, guys. So there is a rule in Java programming language. Whatever the keywords you are going to follow, you are not going to use this keyword as a variable name and as an object name. So there is a rule. Every keyword start with small letter. है ना? This rule we have already covered in the last class. Then guys, I have already explained you access modifier. So access modifier will simply help you to set some access permission, okay, to variable, to class, or maybe to method or constructor, correct? Let me tell you, when you talk about the class, guys, class level पे, how many access modifier you are able to use? अगर कोई क्लास पे एक्सेस लेवल मुझे फॉलो करना है तो कौन सा फॉलो करोगे? You are able to use only two, that is default one, and second one is what? Public. Please remember this point. Either default or public you can set up at a class level. अगर कोई वेरिएबल है, कोई मेथड है और कोई कंस्ट्रक्टर है, then you can write any of the particular level. Okay, यहाँ पे आप लोग डिफॉल्ट सेट करो, प्राइवेट सेट करो, पब्लिक सेट करो as per your requirement. And there is a one more, that is called protected. Protected, generally to understand protected you have to wait for some time, because here you need to understand first principle, that is called inheritance principle. Okay, so I will explain you protected in the demo part. So how exactly we are able to use protected access modifier. But what is the rule, guys? If you declare any variable, any method as default one, what is the rule where you can access default variable or default method?
In class.
Within a class plus within a package. पैकेज के अंदर भी आप एक्सेस कर सकते हो ना, सेम पैकेज में बेसिकली वी आर एबल टू एक्सेस, गाइस सी, विदिन अ क्लास विदिन अ पैकेज यू आर एबल टू एक्सेस. तो लेट मी शो यू यस्टरडे एग्जांपल. हमने सेम एग्जांपल लिया था एक्सेस मॉडिफायर. अंडर दिस एक्सेस मॉडिफायर I have used three information: ID, which is default one, public name, which is public, and this is a private information. तो अगर डिफॉल्ट है तो यू आर एबल टू एक्सेस विद इन अ क्लास. देखो जिस वजह से मैं यहाँ पे एक्सेस कर सकती हूँ ना आईडी, यस आई कैन एक्सेस. अगर आपका सेम पैकेज में होगा तो आप इसको इजीली कॉल कर सकते हो. जैसे एग्जांपल टेस्ट एक्सेस मॉडिफायर, इट इज अवेलेबल वेयर? इट इज अवेलेबल इन अ डिफरेंट क्लास. तो डिफरेंट क्लास में है तो ओनली पब्लिक डेटा. सेम पैकेज मतलब क्या? देखो जैसे हमने फर्स्ट कोड में कॉल किया था ना, if we create object, if we create reference and object of a same access modifier class, then you can just observe we can call default data plus we can call public data. So within a class, within a package, we are able to access default access modifier. What about private? अगर कोई मेथड वेरिएबल प्राइवेट होगा तो you can only access within. What is the rule? Only within a class it is accessible. Third rule you have to understand for public. Everywhere you can call. Be on mute. Public means you can call it within a class. तो first within a class आप इसको call कर सकते हो. सेकेंड विद इन अ पैकेज भी आप इसको कॉल कर सकते हो, प्लस आउटसाइड अ पैकेज ऑल्सो यू कैन कॉल. ठीक है, दिस इज द रूल फॉर पब्लिक. There is a fourth one. At least let me discuss a rule. We will see it practically. Protected. Protected का मतलब होता है again within a class. Second, within a package. Okay. Third, if you want to call it outside a package, then you can't call directly. Outside a package, only with subclass. Okay. Only with subclass you can call. तो ये जो part है ना, only with subclass. What do you mean by subclass? Okay. तो ये वाला रिलेशन आपको अंडरस्टैंड होगा इनहेरिटेंस प्रिंसिपल में. सो आई विल एक्सप्लेन प्रोटेक्टेड डेमो. आई विल गिव दिस प्रोटेक्टेड डेमो इन दिस इनहेरिटेंस कॉन्सेप्ट. ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट एक्सेस मॉडिफायर. This is another fundamental aspect that you have to understand. So you can just remember this table structure, guys, to understand the complete access modifier concept. Now, guys, what is next? What is package? People might ask you, okay, what is package? So package is nothing but Java package is a group of similar type of classes, guys. It is a container actually which contains what? Group of classes, group of libraries, group of program interfaces, सब पैकेजेस. यस, यू कैन स्टोर एवरीथिंग. तो पैकेज एक कंटेनर है जहां पे आप ये पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोर करोगे. टेक्निकल टर्म में इट इज अ simple, I can say, group of similar type of classes, interfaces we can simply store inside Java package. But again, there are two different types, guys. We have some built-in package. Built-in package, that means predefined package. Predefined package which is provided by the Java programming language. And we have another role, or I can say another package type, that is called user defined package. If you focus on built-in package, so let me tell you, these three are special one. Okay, very important one. Whenever you need to simply perform any input and output operations, guys, we can use java.io package. If you want to handle any kind of system utilities, okay, util object we can simply, or util package we can simply useful for that. Java.lang. So all the popular classes, I can say object class, string class, these are a part of java.lang package. Okay, so please understand these three are very special. Along with these three, you can see the other packages also. There is a complete list: java.net, java.applet, io, awt, text, math. There are so many packages are available, but these three are very special. As a tester, at least you should know, if you want to perform any input output operations in Java programming language, then which package you are going to use? Guys, java.io package, java.input output package we are going to use. Okay, and what do you mean by user defined? User defined means, if you observe this Eclipse, so we have created few packages now. Dekho, if I extend this src, you can see the complete hierarchy. Which packages are here? User defined packages. Tell me. Can you see sample package? Can you see Java basics package? ये हमने define किया ना guys. तो these packages are become user defined package. जो आप लोगों ने design किया है, आपने define किया है, तो वो user defined होगा. This is not predefined package. Are you understanding? So what is the query here, or what is the interview question here? Let me tell you. People might ask you, okay, whatever these three packages are there, okay, java.io, let me write properly one more time. We have java.io package, we have java.lang package, and we have java.util package. Okay, so guys, people might ask you this kind of question: if java.io is a predefined, then can you list out few classes from java.io package? Can you list out few classes from java.lang package? Because as I told you, package मतलब क्या है? एक container है which can store all the information about the classes. अगर IO package है तो इसके अंदर क्या है? Group of input output classes you will be able to see, right? So you have to list out what? Some number of classes, guys. So can you take this as a assignment number 2? What you have to do? You have to simply search, okay, how many classes are there inside java.io package. This list you just need to prepare for yourself for your interview preparation. So take this assignment number 2. Assignment number 2 में आपको ये तीनों packages के अंदर whatever the number of classes will be there, minimum 5 classes को prepare करो. How many? Only 5 classes. You have to note down the class name which comes under java.io package, class name which comes under java.lang package, class name which comes under java.util package. Google पे search करो, you will get the result. Okay. So what is package? I can say package, it is nothing but group of classes, interfaces, or any sub packages you are able to store. But again, in package, there are two different packages are available, built-in and user-defined. So this is assignment number 2. You guys need to work here. Identify करो कितने classes है जो java.io के अंदर आएंगे, कितने classes है जो java.language के अंदर आप लोग define कर सकते हो, and how many classes are there which we can define in java.util. These three are very special one. I hope the assignment 2 is clear to everybody. Yes or no? If you want, you can take the screenshot. Anybody take a screenshot and you can share in a group. Done? Okay, students reply. Okay, fine. So after that, what is a fundamental component? You need to understand what is a class. Yesterday only we have discussed. Class is a collection of field, that is data, and the method. Methods are nothing but procedural function that operate on that data. So how to declare a class? We can declare in this way now, public, class, and class name. Inside a class, you are able to write your data along with a method. So let's take yesterday's assignment. What is the assignment, guys? कौन सा assignment था आपके लिए? Employee class, है ना? Yes. So let me take assignment number 1. See this. What is the assignment? You have to create one employee class. Okay, so class name should be employee. Let me just create now assignment number 1. Okay. Suppose आपको इसको change करना है तो you can. Example आप यहाँ पे simple refactor करो. You can just go to the rename option and यहाँ पे आप लिखो. कोई problem नहीं. This is my employee class now. Just go to next and just go to finish. That's it. So you can see the name get changed. And let me update here. This is assignment number 1. Okay. So this is your assignment number 1, employee class. We have to declare one variable, that is EID variable. Correct. So as I told you, in this way you can declare a data. अगर name declare करना है तो हम use करेंगे string as a data type, है ना? So string and then here you can write EID or sorry ename, है ना? This time ename, and then this is the way you can simply declare your data inside a class. How you can declare a method? So inside a class, outside a main function, here you can declare a method. Method declaration कैसे करोगे? There should be access modifier, that is public. Then you can define void, which is a return type, and then you can write a method name. I guess method name था details, correct now? Method name should be ended with these 2 round brackets, and then you can simply provide a body, है ना? तो ये हुआ आपका method का complete signature. Here you can print that data, guys. So I can just write here system out println statement, and what I have to print? So I have to print employee ID. So I will be writing something like this. क्या print करना है? EID, correct? Then second information है जो हमें print करना है, that is employee name. So I will be writing employee name is, and then concatenation sign, that is plus sign, and आप यहाँ पे add करो ename. That's it. Yes. So this is the way that we can declare data in the method within a class. But guys, there is a one more rule. If you want to access all the information, whatever available in the class, कैसे access करोगे? You have to implement what? Object. Object for which class? Employee class. So what is the signature for object? Tell me. You have to write what? Class name, any reference variable name. You can write E1, E2, कोई भी नाम आप define कर सकते हो. Then you can write new. So object always create with the help of which keyword? New keyword in Java. Okay. If I ask you where the object create, then what is the answer? ऑब्जेक्ट कौन से एरिया में क्रिएट होगा? इनसाइड हीप एरिया ऑफ,
section.
correct. Inside heap area of the JVM, you will be able to see the object. And guys, who will implement or who will initialize the data for object?
Constructor.
Constructor.
Very good. It is a responsibility of constructor. तो constructor का एक rule है, constructor name should be same like your class name. तो आपको लिखना है again employee along with the method. Okay? तो ये जो left hand side part है, this is called reference part. And this is the right hand side part, which is called object part. Try to understand the concept. So one object I have created. Now I can call even dot all the elements now. I can call even dot ID. Here I can set the employee ID. Then I can call even dot ename. And then I can set some employee name. Employee name, suppose first name, I'm giving here Sarang. Okay. And then every statement in Java, you can just end with a semicolon. And here, using same object, you are able to call details method. This is the one way to declare a object, guys. तो मैंने इस way से object को declare किया. Second time, if I want to declare a object, that is a second object. You can't write like even.id and you can just update the data. वो एक ही object का data update होगा. That is the reason if you want 5 different objects, you have to write the same signature. Only the object name should be different. Correct now? And then you can again write e2.what, e2.id. And I have to set up some ID. Let's say 102 this time. Okay. e2.what, let's say ename. I have to set up some name here. Let me write here Vidya. Okay. And then I can set up the detail. And then e2 dot, I can call that details. So how many objects I have created? Technically inside a memory, there are 2 objects get created now. है ना? And जैसे आप इसको run करोगे, what will happen? Once you run the code, first object will executed as a Sarang, and then second object detail you are able to see as a Vidya. Everybody clear? इसी वे से आप लोग 5 टाइम डिक्लेयर करो with different data, you will be able to see 5 different object and their detail. So the concept is clear. What is class and what is object?
Yes, ma'am.
So class is a template where you can represent object information, data and the method you can write inside a class. And what is an object? Object is an instance of a class. With the help of object, you are able to access everything from the class. Let me tell you guys, how you can access member of a class? If this is a question, how you can access member of a class? What is the answer?
By object.
Object.
Yeah, by object name along with what? Along with dot operator.
Dot operator.
Object name along with dot operator, you are able to access member of a class. So let's understand the theory first. So this is a way to represent a class. आप इसी way से declaration करोगे तो ये syntax है, ये इसका example है. Fine. Now let me show you for object. Why and what is the purpose of object? So what is the need of object? To access data field and to access method. मतलब class में whatever you have declared, everything you can access through the object only. So how you are able to create object, guys? Object creation is possible with the help of new keyword. And this signature, you just need to remember. Class name, object reference name, you can just call it as reference name, and new, which will simply help you to create an object. And this part is actually we can call constructor. So constructor will simply help you to initialize the object. Okay. Initialize object कौन करेगा? Constructor करेगा. That's it. This part you have to understand. So this is a simple example. If test is a class, then we can create in this way. Test obj1 new test constructor. Again test obj2 new test constructor. This is a normal signature that you can simply follow to create an object. So accessing member of a class, it is possible with the help of dot operator, guys. So you have to define object name along with the dot operator. So very simple syntax. In this way, you are able to access the member of a class. है ना? Object name dot operator data field, object name dot operator method name. Okay. So this is a simple example that you can call X and you can set up the data. So same we have completed here. We are able to write something like this now. We are able to assign some data with the help of that object and dot operator. So this is the way we can access what? Data and method from that class. So object name, the rule is very simple. Object name along with dot operator, you are able to call. Now, we have to understand one more interesting topic, operators in Java programming language. Obviously, guys, why we need to learn operators? Because operators are nothing but special characters, okay, within a Java programming, and which will help you to perform some operations on the data. So यहाँ पे जो term है, it is within a Java language to manipulate primitive data type. Primitive का मतलब होता है primary data types available in the programming language. Okay? Generally आपने देखा है कि कोई number है तो int we follow. C programming में भी same rule है, right? We can follow integer as a int type of data. But there are various types of data available, guys. So primitive and non-primitive, these are the two different data types available in Java. So operator will help you to perform operations only with the primitive data type. Same operators आप लोग non-primitive के साथ use नहीं करोगे. So we will discuss on that. Okay. सबसे पहले understand करो कि if you have any primitive type data, then how exactly we can use this operator. Try to understand only operators, guys. हर एक operator का meaning क्या है पहले ये समझो. And then I'll show you the concept of non-primitive, because non-primitive topic we are going to learn with the help of special classes like string class, array. Okay, we are going to learn. These all are non-primitive. Any class, अभी हमने create किया है student data employee, तो every class comes under non-primitive. Fine. तो non-primitive पे operators कैसे apply करोगे? That part is different. Try to understand with a very basic. As you already aware, some assignment operator, maybe you are aware about arithmetic operator, relational, है ना? But चलो Java में कैसे follow करना है? Just try to understand. What is assignment operator, guys? Whenever you are writing something like this, integer a is equal to 100. What will happen? Right hand side part. First, it will assign to what? A variable. This is the structure, no? तो असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर से क्या होगा? डेटा बस सेट होगा. जनरली देखो, इफ यू वांट टू स्टोर एनीथिंग इनसाइड अ कंप्यूटर मेमोरी, यू रिक्वायर वेरिएबल. So whenever you need to store any data, you should have a particular variable where you can simply store the data. So variable and the data type will simply provide you a storage area inside a memory, है ना? अगर आपने follow किया है integer a, so that means inside a memory 4 byte location create होगा, and once you write is equal to 100, what will happen? A variable में, this is a variable a, so a variable will simply store what data? 100 as a data. So यहाँ पे जो store होगा वो कौन सा data होगा? 100 as a data. So try to understand. Okay. Operators, assignment operator will simply help you to assign the value, right hand side part to the left hand side part. What is about arithmetic operator? Tell me. Plus, minus, multiplication, division. You guys are aware now. Chalo, let's create a code for this. So I will be creating in Java basics only one more class. New class, and this is operator demo. Okay, जितने भी code मैं यहाँ पे show करूँगी, this is a live practical, guys. You guys are going to implement this. Okay. Take some, you can simply take some time and you can just implement this kind of program in your Eclipse. Fine. So try to understand what is this operator, how we can use. So let me declare two variable, guys. Suppose I'm writing here integer a, which is 10, and similarly using separated by the comma. Okay, I will be writing one more variable, that is b, it is equal to 10. Fine. अब इस case में I have two different variable. Why I'm getting here yellow color line? Yellow color line का मतलब होता है warning. See, we have declare a variable, but we haven't used it. हमने data assign किया, but अभी तक हमने program में use किया नहीं है, तो you are just getting a warning. See this, multiple marker at this line. The value of local variable b is not used, or value of local variable a is not used. तो Java से start, okay fine, आपने बस declare किया है, but आपने use नहीं किया. That is the reason you are getting this warning. What you are going to do? Let me show you. अब मुझे क्या करना है? I want to perform direct addition, guys. तो सबसे पहला point, Here I am writing whatever you write inside a double quote na, that is called string. Try to understand. Whatever you write inside a double quote, that is called string. मतलब अगर मुझे सबसे पहले एक मैसेज देना है एडिशन इज, तो मैं सिंपल यहाँ पे ये जो टेक्स्ट है कंप्लीट मैसेज आई विल बी राइटिंग इन अ स्ट्रिंग फॉर्मेट. करेक्ट. एडिशन इज. अलोंग विथ दिस व्हाट आई हैव टू प्रिंट, मैसेज के साथ मुझे प्रिंट करना है एक्चुअल एडिशन ऑफ a प्लस b. तो हियर आई एम गोइंग टू यूज कॉन्कैटिनेशन साइन. देखो गाइस, व्हाट इज अ कंसेप्ट यू नो. अगर अब मेरे पास a का वैल्यू है 10, b का वैल्यू है 10. सपोज मैंने ऐसे स्टेटमेंट लिखा सिस्टम ऑफ प्रिंटलन a प्लस b, व्हाट विल हैपन, यू विल बी एबल टू सी रिजल्ट व्हाट 20. बट सपोज आई एम राइटिंग सिस्टम ऑफ प्रिंटलन, सपोज मैंने ऐसे लिखा है एडिशन इज and here I am writing plus sign a plus b. What is the result of this statement? क्या ये मुझे 20 प्रिंट करके देगा? Do you know what will happen?
No.
यहाँ पे आपको सबसे पहले देखो, ये जो फर्स्ट है दिस इज कॉल्ड स्ट्रिंग नाउ. ठीक है. स्ट्रिंग क्यों? बिकॉज जो भी डबल कोट में डिफाइन करोगे वो होता है स्ट्रिंग. सो वॉट एवर यू आर राइटिंग इट इज स्ट्रिंग फर्स्ट. स्ट्रिंग के साथ immediately if you apply plus operator, so here this plus will act like a concatenation. Try to understand the rule. तो यहाँ पे ये जो plus operator है this will act as a concatenation. So again along with the string, concatenation मतलब ये बस internally merge करेगा. ठीक है. So addition is मतलब पहले मुझे मैसेज मिलेगा addition is, इसके साथ concatenation. क्या हो रहा है concatenation? A. What is the value of a? It is 10. So you will be able to see 10 here. Again plus. तो जब first अगर string है and you are doing this kind of addition, तो every time you will able to see only merge output. मतलब फिर से मुझे क्या मिलेगा? 10. What is the value of b? It is again 10. तो you will see in this way result. क्या ये correct result है? नहीं ना? No, this is not correct result.
No.
We are getting this. Why we are getting this? Because you have written code first string and then merge with the number. That is the reason. अगर पहला string होगा and बाकी सारे number से if you try to add the detail, it will never add guys. ये आपको result देगा merge का. हाँ, but मैंने अगर ऐसे लिखा तो suppose there is a one more pattern ना, I can write in this way. मैंने लिखा a plus b plus addition और add, what will be the result? पहले नंबर है मतलब पहले क्या होगा? एडिशन होगा. Here you will able to see what? 20. Then you are able to see 20 add. Are you understanding? तो स्ट्रिंग के साथ कोई भी स्ट्रिंग के साथ अगर प्लस ऑपरेटर यूज करोगे तो इट इज नॉट एडिशन, इट इज जस्ट अ कॉन्कैटिनेशन. लेट मी शो यू प्रैक्टिकली. जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड वन बाय वन. तो बिफोर दिस स्टेटमेंट लेट मी शो यू द डायरेक्ट वन. मतलब अगर मैंने लिखा a प्लस b, तो व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट? यू विल बी एबल टू सी डायरेक्ट रिजल्ट दैट इज 20. जस्ट ऑब्जर्व. इफ यू रन दिस कोड you will be able to see 20 here. Correct? Now what is happening? After this you can simply try with this particular statement. Addition is plus sign. Here I can add a plus b. See what will happen. Execute it and see the result. You are getting addition is 10 10. क्यों? Because merge हुआ ना, पहले string उसके बाद आपने plus plus दिया है तो definitely ये पहले merge करेगा. Same statement I will be written in this. Suppose I will be write in this way. सबसे पहले मैं लिखूंगी a plus b. Then suppose I am writing here one more message that is addition. ठीक है. अब क्या होगा? You will be able to see the result guys. 20 and then आपका message आपको printed मिलेगा. देखो. Can you see the difference? So if I want to print exact addition along with the message, ऐसे तो कभी नहीं होता ना कि पहले आंसर मिलेगा फिर मैसेज मिलेगा. This is not a correct pattern to print the output. So which pattern you can follow? See, I can follow the second one pattern. But यहाँ पे अगर मुझे accurate addition देखना है तो what you have to do? You have to simply put this a plus b inside a bracket. That's it. अब देखो मैंने ब्रैकेट में मेंटेन किया, व्हाट विल हैपन इफ यू एग्जीक्यूट इट, you will be able to see the result. Can you see addition is 20? So got the concept guys? String के साथ कभी भी प्लस ऑपरेटर अगर आपने फॉलो किया है तो that will act like a concatenation only. Okay? तो ये हुआ addition का कोड. Okay, if I want to print the addition, this is the way. Now let me show you. Suppose I'm writing subtraction. Subtraction between what? Subtraction is. Can I say again? मुझे define करना है a plus a minus b का subtraction. तो again, how you are going to write it? Write the code inside a bracket, right? Plus क्यों करोगे? Because output के साथ string को मुझे merge करना है, तो plus लिखना it is important, right? Concatenation करोगे. And क्या आपको result print करना है? तो I just want to print a minus b. This is called subtraction. Now let me go for multiplication. See this. I will be writing here a particular statement. Multiplication is. And then we are able to write here a into b. This is a normal multiplication operation. Then you can go for division. How you can write? See, division is, and same आप लोग यहाँ पे define करो a divided by b. Correct? There is a one more basic operation, guys. That is called modulus. What is modulus operator? Modulus operator will always provides you or returns you what? Remainder. So A, I will say mod B, right? Let's see the result. What the result you will be able to see. So once you execute, this is the result. Addition is 20, subtraction 0, multiplication 100, division 1, and modulus is 0, right? So these are what basic arithmetic operator. But यहाँ पे एक और interesting operator है. I will say one more incremental. What is incremental? And there is a one more decremental. ये decremental and incremental मतलब क्या? Incremental operator generally आप ऐसे define करते हो ना, using plus plus, correct? And decremental operator आप लोग define करोगे with a minus minus. This is called decremental operator. But कैसे? How exactly we are able to use this? So let me explain you the concept, guys. Incremental में दो patterns है. Try to understand. I am discussing arithmetic operator only. Plus plus. This is called incremental. But इसमें दो patterns है. One is called post increment, and another one is called pre-increment. What is the concept of post and pre-increment? Let me explain. So if you have a, consider अभी मेरे पास a का आंसर है 10, है ना? A value is 10, and suppose I'm writing b is equal to, let's say, a plus plus. So this is nothing but post increment. What is a plus plus mean? A plus plus का meaning है a is equal to a plus 1. This is the meaning of a plus plus. मतलब हम एक number को simple 1 we are able to add inside the same variable, and whatever the current value will be there, we are able to assign to the same variable. मतलब एक से increment करो value. तो if you are writing a plus plus, what is the result? इस केस में result क्या होगा देखो. अगर मेरा पहला statement है a is equal to 10 and b is equal to a plus plus, what will happen? First understand. देखो guys, first there is a container जिसका data है a is equal to 10. जैसे आप लिखोगे सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट b is equal to a plus plus, what will happen? ये b कंटेनर भी रेडी है, बट पहले क्या होगा? दिस इज अ पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट. तो पहले इंक्रीमेंट होगा या वैल्यू असाइन होगा? पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट में फर्स्ट वैल्यू विल असाइन एंड देन इंक्रीमेंट हैपन. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द रूल. तो पहले वैल्यू असाइन होगा एंड देन एथ वैल्यू विल बी इंक्रीमेंटेड बाय 1. तो फर्स्ट वैल्यू जब असाइन होगा तो व्हाट इज द आंसर फॉर बी? यू विल बी एबल टू सी व्हाट इज द आंसर फॉर बी. 10 एंड ए का वैल्यू अपडेट कितना होगा? 11. सो अगर आपने प्रिंट किया सिस्टम आउट प्रिंटलन बी एंड सिस्टम आउट प्रिंटलन ए, व्हाट इज द फाइनल रिजल्ट? बी का आंसर आपको मिलेगा 10, ए का आंसर मिलेगा 11. दिस इज कॉल्ड पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग एवरीबॉडी? पहले असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर है, पहले वैल्यू असाइन होगा एंड सेकेंड वैल्यू विल गेट इंक्रीमेंटेड बाय 1. दिस इज द लॉजिक. तो समटाइम्स इन एप्टीट्यूड क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है, जो लोग ऑटोमेशन के लिए ट्राई करेंगे, समटाइम्स कंपनी विल सिंपली गिव यू सम काइंड ऑफ मल्टीपल चॉइस इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस, राइट, और एप्टीट्यूड क्वेश्चंस. सो इन दैट दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस विल बी देयर. तो अभी से प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करो. पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट मतलब क्या है, कॉन्सेप्ट को अंडरस्टैंड करो. तो लेट मी शो यू फ्यू एग्जांपल्स. सी दिस सेम एग्जांपल आई एम गिविंग. ओके, सपोज a इज इक्वल टू 10 है, एंड अगर यहाँ पे मैंने डिफाइन किया, और लेट मी टेक अनदर वेरिएबल, लेट मी टेक सपोज a1 इज इक्वल टू 10, एंड आई विल बी राइटिंग वन मोर, b1 इज इक्वल टू व्हाट, a प्लस प्लस. तो दिस इज अ पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट, है ना. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन फर्स्ट पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट. फाइन. तो पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट में आप लोग क्या करोगे, पहले वैल्यू असाइन होगा, देन इंक्रीमेंट होगा बाय 1. So suppose I'm printing here directly what is the value of b and what is the value of a. So let's see the result now. ठीक है, तो अभी के केस में रिजल्ट क्या मिलेगा आपको, b will get as a 10, करेक्ट ना. तो b का रिजल्ट आपको 10 मिलेगा and value of a it will be 11. Let's see whether we are able to see the same result. This is called post increment. Yes, can you see 10, 11 we are getting? Okay. Suppose I'm writing something like this. You guys tell me the answer now. Suppose I'm writing x is equal to 99. Okay. An integer y is equal to x plus plus. Can you guys tell me what is the result of y and what is the result of x?
Y will be 99 and X will be 100.
Sure.
Y x is
And
equal to 100.
Y equal to 100 and X equal to 99.
The correct answer is the first one. How come y will become 100? As I told you कि पहले वैल्यू
Y will
असाइन
be
होगा,
99.
मतलब x का जो वैल्यू है पहले y के पास होगा, ठीक है ना. मतलब y का वैल्यू कितना होगा, 99 होगा, एंड इंक्रीमेंट वैल्यू किसका होगा, x का होगा गाइस. तो x का जो लोकेशन है, वैल्यू विल बिकम व्हाट हियर 100. तो ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, मैंने कोड ऐसे लिखा है, x इज इक्वल टू 99, मतलब एक x का ब्लॉक क्रिएट हुआ जिसके पास वैल्यू है 99. फाइन. जैसे आप लिखोगे y x प्लस प्लस, तो व्हाट दिस x प्लस प्लस मीन, एक y ब्लॉक क्रिएट हुआ एंड पहले वैल्यू असाइन होगा, इक्वल टू के बाद पहले वेरिएबल है, इससे अंडरस्टैंड करो. तो पहले वैल्यू असाइन होगा, तो 99 फर्स्ट गोस टू दिस y and then plus plus will happen to the same current variable. मतलब original value get incremented by 1. So 99 plus 1 you will be able to see 100. This is the logic. Okay, तो ये पहले होगा and second increment होगा. That is the reason ना, it is called post increment. Post मतलब not immediate. So you can see if you execute the code, what is the result? You will be able to see 99 first and then 100. तो y का value है 99, x का वैल्यू है 100. Everybody clear what is post increment? See one more example. If I'm giving here, let's say, let me take c. Yeah, integer c is 1789. Consider. Fine. And I'm writing integer d is equal to c plus plus. Can you guys tell me the addition? Yeah. What is the value for c? What is the value for d? It is basic calculation, guys. Very, very simple.
D will be 1789 and C will be 1790.
D will be same, that is 1789. And what will
89.
be the c?
1790.
C will 1790.
Okay. So c will be 1790.
90.
Let's see what is the result. So in this way, you are able to see the same result. Got it? This is called post increment. Now let me explain you what is meant by pre-increment. A pre-increment exactly क्या है? Pre-increment is very, very simple. Let me declare here two different variable. ठीक है? देखो. तो consider integer. One more time I'm writing I. I is equal to suppose 90. Okay? And then integer j. J is also equal to what? I will say plus plus I. So what is meaning of this statement? देखो, pre-increment कैसे होगा? Very first I have declared I is equal to 90. Okay? And j is equal to plus plus I. So guys, try to understand the logic. First block, फर्स्ट ये स्टेटमेंट रन होगा मेन फंक्शन के अकॉर्डिंग, तो A block will create with what 90 data. Then J is equal to what plus plus I means what, first it will increment the value of I, plus plus पहले है ना तो पहले इंक्रीमेंट होगा, तो what is the value of I, it is 90. 90 plus 1, what is the value this time 91, and then that incremented value will be assigned to the J. So in this case, if you print I and J, you will able to see what the data 91. Yes or no? Everybody समझ में आ रहा है प्री इंक्रीमेंट
Yes,
कैसे
ma'am.
होगा?
Yes.
Let's see. If I am printing here jth value first and then I am printing suppose ith value, let's see the result. So you will be able to see both the values which are same, that is 91, 91. Can you see the result? Anybody here who is not understanding this pre-increment concept? It is very simple. You have to understand the logic. So try this. Integer P is equal to suppose 6678, okay? And integer, let's say Q, it is equal to plus plus P. Can you tell me the result? What is the value of Q or what is the value of P? Chalo, let's see. Who will give the correct answer?
679.
So 679. This will be the answer for P and Q.
P.
Both.
679. Both same.
Both I will say same. 679 है ना? तो अब इस केस में देखो आपका रिजल्ट. तो P इंक्रीमेंट में पहले वैल्यू इंक्रीमेंट होगा, then value it will assign to the next variable. That is the reason you will be able to see in this way result. Everybody clear what is pre increment? तो दोनों का रिजल्ट सेम होगा. Suppose I'm writing something like this. Integer, let's say O. O is equal to let's say -1. ठीक है? And suppose I'm writing here integer, let's say what we can write suppose y, नहीं y हो चुका है ना, let me write u. U is equal to plus plus O. Tell me the result. अब इस केस में प्री इंक्रीमेंट कितना आएगा गाइस? व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
O 0 आएगा मैम.
मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन करो.
0.
O
0
will be 0 and U will be yes.
Both are 0. Both are 0.
प्री इंक्रीमेंट है, both are 0. Very good. So I hope the concept is clear, right now? -1
Yes.
plus 1, it will become 0. दोनों भी कट होगा, right? Minus plus, you will get the result minus only. So that is the reason, you know, यहाँ पे अगर आपने ऑब्जर्व किया तो both value you'll be able to see 0. So this is the concept called pre-increment. Same rule है for decrement guys. तो decrement का rule क्या बनेगा बताओ? If you are talking about post and pre, same rule. जैसे example, okay, be on mute. देखो, suppose I am writing here one more time A is equal to 90, ठीक है? And if I am writing B is equal to A minus minus. So what is the result of A and what is the result of B? Tell me.
A will be 90 and B will be 89.
Sorry, one more time repeat karo. B will be what?
89.
B will be 89.
B will be 90.
And A
Sorry,
will
sorry.
Be 90.
A will be 89 and B will be 90.
Both will be 90.
No. देखो, डिक्रीमेंट है, पहले इसका मतलब समझो. A is equal to A minus 1. अब हमें एक से माइनस करना है वैल्यू. बट व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट पोस्ट डिक्रीमेंट गाइस, इसका मतलब क्या है? पहले वैल्यू असाइन होगा B के पास, देन डिक्रीमेंट होगा. मतलब A का वैल्यू अगर 90 है तो फर्स्ट द वैल्यू विल असाइन टू द B, करेक्ट? तो B का वैल्यू इमीडिएटली बनेगा 90 ओनली. And then A value will be decremented by 1, so it will become 89.
89.
Correct answer होना चाहिए A is equal to 89, B is equal to 90. Everybody, it is clear. Let me show you this decrement part. Be on mute. Please be on mute. Okay, let's understand here decrement part. तो कैसे करोगे decrement? इसमें से first topic है post decrement. Okay, so how you are going to do that? See this. integer, suppose I'm writing here, let's say e, okay, integer e is equal to same example 90, and integer f is equal to what? Let's say e minus minus. So we are doing post decrement. Obviously, if you try to print the value of f and if you try to print the value of e, the answer will be f ka value pehle hoga 90 and 10 value will be decremented by 1. So you'll be able to see 89. So 90 and 89 will be the results. Let's see. Can you see the same result? 90 and 89? Yes. So this is what post decrement. And इसका same reverse आप क्या करोगे? Pre decrement. मतलब क्या? See. One more time I will be writing suppose L. Okay. Integer L, it is equal to, let's say 78. Fine. And integer M, if I'm writing is equal to minus minus L. पहले क्या होगा? Tell me. First, what will happen? First, the value will be decremented by 1. अब इस केस में अगर आपने m and l को प्रिंट किया तो आंसर क्या मिलेगा?
पहले 77
पहले डिक्रीमेंट होगा 77.
Both will be 77 या only single value will be 77?
Both
Will be 77.
Rule will be the same, guys. Both will be 77 in that case because it is a pre-decrement. तो post and pre, you know, only the change. अगर increment है तो एक से value add करो, decrement है तो एक से value decrement करो. So this is called post decrement. I hope everyone is clear with the concept. Yes or no? What is increment and decrement? How to apply in program? Are you guys clear? What are the different, I can say, arithmetic operators are there? This topic is clear to everybody. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we have covered this one. Okay. Arithmetic operator. Now there are some relational operators are available. Relational operator will help you to I can say for comparison purpose, guys. अगर दो numbers है दोनों में कुछ comparison करना है तो you can simply go for relational operators. So here you can consider. I'm just going to show you one of the example for relational. See this. This is just a separator in answer. Okay. So after this, I will be showing you relational. What is relational? It is all about where you can simply check the relation between the number. अब example, यहाँ पे consider करो L का data मैंने लिया है 78 and I have given E as a 90. So if I'm comparing here, I'm just writing here something. Suppose system of println, ये print करो कि whether L is greater than E. What do you think, guys? What will be the result? क्या L का value greater than E होगा? You can see L is 78 and और अभी का जो अगर माइनस माइनस भी किया तो आपको करंट वैल्यू मिलेगा 77. 77 is greater than 90.
Zero answer आएगा false.
False, right? It is not correct one. Okay. So let me show you. अगर आपने इसको directly print किया तो what the result you'll be able to see? You will be able to see false here. This is true and false. This is called Boolean data, guys. अगर आपको true में मिलेगा that means one, that is nothing but the Boolean information. And generally relational operator always return you some Boolean data. Okay. So if I write, this is what? A greater than sign. I'm just checking that L value is greater than E. Okay. So I'm getting false result. Same अगर मैंने reverse किया, E is greater than L, तो मुझे result क्या मिलेगा? In this case, true. E is greater than L. So relational operator we generally follow for comparison purpose. We can check now. E it is equal to L. क्या E का value and L का value both are same? No, both are not same. Again, you will get a false result. Everybody clear? So your false, true, false, it depends on your requirement you are able to see. So sometimes we can check that, okay, fine. If I want to print that, suppose E value, it is greater than equal to what? L. What is the result? Tell me. True or false?
True.
Yes, it is true. So here, first of all, we will get a false. यहाँ पे आपका value क्या है? E is greater than L, so you will be able to see true. E is not equal with L, so you will again get a false result, right now. So I will be able to see false only. And here also, E value it is greater than equal to 1. See, equal to नहीं है, but greater than है ना. So what will be the result? It will be true. Let's see. तो फॉर कंपैरिजन पर्पस वी आर एबल टू यूज दिस काइंड ऑफ ऑपरेटर्स. अगर मैंने कंपेयर किया इन दिस वे, क्या L it is less than equal to that E? What is the reason? Tell me.
True.
इस केस में मुझे डेफिनेटली
True.
ट्रू मिलेगा बिकॉज ट्रू, सी द L value it is less than E, so definitely you will be able to see again true result. So relational operator will simply help you to compare two values together, है ना. तो this is the concept. अब इसमें से ये not equal to क्या है? If I'm writing here, suppose that L value it is not equal to E, तो ये true है या false है? Again true ना?
True.
Yes, both are not equal. So we are just explaining that कि both values are not equal. तो आप not equal करके operator को follow करो. So it will simply return you what? A Boolean result. Can you see again? You are able to see true result. Correct
Yes.
ना? ये होता है relational
Yes.
operator. So guys, practically we are going to learn this in the operator, in the control flow statement. So don't worry at all. Relational operator को हम लोग cover up करेंगे in operators, और same operators we are able to cover in control flow. Basically control flow इस topic में हम almost और operators को cover up करेंगे, but still there is a one more interesting operator that is called logical operator. Here you can see and, or, and not. Generally there are so many, but at least ये तीन आपको पता होना important है as a tester. Okay. So what is the and logic? What is or logic? Do you know? It is simply and or both will check two different condition, guys. Okay, or two different value. Consider I have A, I have B. ठीक है, and दोनों में मैंने कुछ value दिया है. Suppose example A is true, B is also true. Let me design a truth table. Truth table क्या होता है? जहाँ पे दो values को आप लोग simple define कर सकते हो with all possible condition. What happen if both are true? What happen if any one is false? Suppose A false and B true, and what if both are false? है ना? इस केस में अगर मैंने अप्लाई किया and operator, तो and operator काम कैसे करेगा? It will simply act like a multiplication. So you will able to write something like this: A and B. तो दोनों को anding करो, what will be the result? True, true. If both values are true, then only you are able to see true result. Otherwise, you will get
And
false.
false.
Simple rule. What is the rule for or operator? Or operator, it will act like a addition.
Addition.
So A or B means either this one true or this one true. वो दोनों में से कोई एक भी true है तो ही condition आपका pass ही होगा, true होगा, correct. So both are true, you will say true, you will get the result true. If first condition true, it will never check second condition. Yes or no? Immediately पहला ही true है तो immediately आपको result मिलेगा true. If first condition false, it will look for second one. क्या second भी false है? No, second true है. तो इस case में true. If both the condition false, you will able to see false. This is a complete logic you have to remember for and for or operator. Everybody clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this will also we are going to learn practically. I will show you in a control flow statements कि आप इसको कैसे apply करोगे, use करोगे. अभी के लिए आपको apply करना है तो you can directly apply with the system out statement. Example, let me show you here logical operator. Just a minute, only few topics are remaining. Let me just cover that and we will continue remaining topics again from next session. Okay, so what is logical operator? How we can compare? Just observe. The logical operator में आप directly define करो. Suppose I'm writing the same one. Here, suppose I'm writing, let's say, let me take two different numbers, L and E हम ले सकते हैं. And let me take another one. Let me take, okay, P, Q, okay, I and J. ठीक है? I and J का latest value क्या है? Ith value will be, it is a pre-increment. So both are 91, 91. Okay. So, okay, fine. ये 91 होगा. And X value will be 99 or 100. Chalo, fine. X and I can take. So let me show you. Suppose I'm writing X value is greater than I value. Okay. And here I'm writing and operator. And with what? Suppose I'm writing E is greater than L. what will happen? यहाँ पे रिजल्ट क्या मिलेगा मुझे बताओ. आई एम चेकिंग टू कंडीशंस. फर्स्ट x वैल्यू इज ग्रेटर देन i, तो ट्रू. i का वैल्यू कुछ 91 था, x का वैल्यू है 100, तो 100 इज ग्रेटर देन i. एंड हियर आल्सो e का वैल्यू था कुछ 70 समथिंग है ना, 78, अच्छा 90 एंड 78 फॉर l. सो डेफिनेटली बोथ कंडीशन विल मैच ना. बोथ अगर ट्रू है तो ही आपका एंड का रिजल्ट क्या मिलेगा, यू विल बी एबल टू सी ट्रू. यस और नो? लेट्स सी. If you execute directly, you will be able to see the result. See, I'm getting true. Fine. अब example मैंने ऐसे कुछ लिखा है. Suppose I'm writing x is greater than I, okay, and I'm giving some wrong condition here. Suppose L is greater than E, which is wrong, है ना? L greater than नहीं है E से. इस केस में क्या आंसर मिलेगा? If any one condition is false, immediately and operator will false, है ना? तो यहाँ पे आपको रिजल्ट मिलेगा false. तो you can see if you execute the code, you will be able to see false result. But same condition अगर मैंने अप्लाई किया with or, then देखो x is greater than I, or मतलब two pipes you are going to use, and just write L is greater than E. अब इसमें से x greater than I, this is true, L greater than E, this is false. But still we are using or operator, so answer क्या होगा? One true, one false. Answer will be true. Correct. Here you are able to see the result, that is true. See the result. So are you understanding what are the logical operator? Depending on your
Yes.
condition, दो conditions को आप validate कर सकते हो. But ये तो simple था, simple variable में हमने compare किया. In future, that means in Selenium script, in Java programming, okay, we are going to learn some advanced concept, okay, where and how exactly we are able to use logical operator. Logical operator plays very important role, guys, because Selenium में XPath with operator we are able to understand. Okay, I will explain you XPath with operator. तो उस ऑपरेटर्स में आप लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर को फॉलो कर सकते हो. ठीक है, तो दिस इज अ पैटर्न that I will explain you in the Selenium script. But these operators are very, very special. And what is this not operator? क्या होता है not operator? The single I. इसका मतलब क्या है? Sorry, not I. Just a minute.
True, then output will be false.
इसका मतलब होगा ये आउटपुट आपको false देगा. कैसे आउटपुट false देगा? एग्जाम्पल अगर मैंने अप्लाई किया not operator with x, तो ये मुझे क्या प्रिंट करेगा? Okay, here I'm getting operator I is undefined for argument type s. Okay, we can't directly print this. Just a minute. Let me take another variable. Let's say what we can do, we can write here s is equal to, let's say 100. Fine. अब इस केस में मैंने डिफाइन किया है s is equal to 100. तो what we can do, इसको हमें नॉट में कन्वर्ट करना है. कैसे प्रिंट करेंगे? I just want to convert it. Let me check whether we are able to use it. S not यहाँ पे अप्लाई नहीं कर पा रहे, not s पे अप्लाई नहीं कर पा रहे. No, what is the change? Let me check. The operator is undefined for argument type s. Okay, let me just try with boolean, I guess. हम एक काम करते हैं, हम इसको डिफाइन करते हैं एज अ boolean type. Boolean, let's say p is equal to, or not b, let me write s is equal to suppose true. तो डेफिनेटली अगर इस केस में आपने s को अप्लाई किया तो इट शुड सिंपली प्रिंट यू फॉल्स. या इट इज करेक्ट नाउ. सी, ये इंटीजर पे अप्लाई एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. तो अगर आपका ट्रू कंडीशन है, जिसने भी आंसर दिया था, राइट, बूलियन डेटा, सो यू कैन जस्ट डिफाइन ट्रू. तो अभी क्या करेगा, आपको इसका नॉट मतलब फॉल्स आपको आंसर रिटर्न करेगा. करेक्ट. तो यू आर एबल टू सी दिस. कैन यू सी लास्ट रिजल्ट इज फॉल्स? एवरीबडी क्लियर? अब ये जो मैंने लिखा है ना, दिस इज डेटा टाइप. बूलियन, इट इज अ डेटा टाइप. सो वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न दैट कॉन्सेप्ट. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक विल बी द सेम. लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर के बाद कंडीशनल इज वन मोर देयर. But see here, the next topic will be variable and the data types in Java that we are going to cover in the next class. But what is this conditional operator? Actually, ये जो operator यहाँ पे available है, this is called ternary. Okay, ये ternary operator मतलब क्या? It's like if block. जैसे आप इफ ब्लॉक में कंडीशन टेस्ट करते हो ना, इफ इज अ कंट्रोल फ्लो स्टेटमेंट है ना, कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट। इफ यहाँ पे आप टेस्ट करोगे ए इज ग्रेटर देन बी, तो क्या होना चाहिए, मुझे आंसर आना चाहिए ए इज ग्रेटर, एल्स मुझे आंसर क्या आना चाहिए, बी इज ग्रेटर। तो ये पूरे जो आपने नंबर ऑफ लाइंस कोड लिखा है ना, आप टर्नरी ऑपरेटर से क्या कर सकते हो, एक ही लाइन में लिख सकते हो। दिस इज अ टर्नरी ऑपरेटर, क्वेश्चन मार्क एंड कोलन। कैसे, देखो, सपोज I am taking the same example. How to write, just observe. Here you can see we have E and L है ना, E का वैल्यू है कुछ 90, 91 समथिंग, L का वैल्यू है 78। तो टर्नरी ऑपरेटर अप्लाई कैसे करोगे, सी इन दिस वे, आई कैन चेक, ओके फाइन, E इज ग्रेटर देन L। अगर E ग्रेटर देन L है तो क्वेश्चन मार्क, आई विल सिंपली प्रिंट E, और आई विल प्रिंट व्हाट, दैट L। दिस इज कॉल्ड टर्नरी ऑपरेटर। मतलब अगर आपका E इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू L है तो आपको ट्रू रिजल्ट मिलेगा, अदरवाइज आपको फॉल्स रिजल्ट मिलेगा। अब यहाँ पे मैंने E को प्रिंट करने बोला है, तो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट। आइदर यू कैन जस्ट डायरेक्टली डिफाइन विद द मैसेज आल्सो, ठीक है। लेट्स सी द लास्ट रिजल्ट, व्हाट इज प्रिंटिंग। सी यू आर एबल टू सी E आंसर, एवरीबडी क्लियर ना। यहाँ पे लिखते हो आप ट्रू पार्ट एंड यहाँ पे लिखते हो आप फॉल्स पार्ट। तो मुझे देना है E अगर ग्रेटर है तो पहले E का वैल्यू प्रिंट होगा, अदरवाइज आप ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो ट्रू, फाइन, एंड यहाँ पे मुझे डिफाइन करना है कि फॉल्स। अब मुझे बताओ क्या रिजल्ट आएगा, टेल मी दिस टाइम व्हाट यू विल बी गेटिंग, ट्रू ओनली, करेक्ट ना, बिकॉज E का वैल्यू ग्रेटर देन है L से, तो यहाँ पे आंसर आपको मिलेगा अगेन ट्रू। सो वॉट एवर कंडीशन यू आर राइटिंग ना, दैट इज कॉल्ड टर्नरी ऑपरेटर। टर्नरी ऑपरेटर मतलब सिंगल लाइन में आप लोग सिंपल कंडीशन को टेस्ट करोगे, whether this condition is true or whether this condition is false. Everybody clear? Yes student,
Yes.
it is clear. तो ये था operator concept. So these are the operator that you have to understand in Java programming. Next topic जो है variable and data types, very very important topic guys. This I will cover in the next class. There is one announcement, tomorrow you don't have a session, so we will directly connect on Thursday. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay guys.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope the concepts are clear to everybody because these are very very simple topics. Fundamentals part only we are discussing. In the next session, that is directly on Thursday, we will discuss next topic which is very important. How many different types of variable available in Java and how many different types of data types available in Java, that part I will cover. Okay, so that's all for the day. Anybody, you have any kind of question, you can ask. Okay, and complete your assignments. Okay, just complete your assignment. You have to submit it. जिन्होंने अभी तक submit नहीं किया है, submit your assignment quickly. Okay, in the WhatsApp group. Complete today's assignment also. Okay, done. And Jaideep, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Jaideep, can you share your screen now?
Sure.
Okay, so let me just give you access. Yeah, you can share your screen now. Let me check what exactly you have did in the installation part. Okay, other students, I hope आप लोगों ने Eclipse and JDK installation complete किया है, right now? In case of any kind of query, you can just ask me.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. I have to install it, ma'am. It means I have not installed.
You haven't installed it, Vittal, right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, fine, fine. So I'll update you, Vittal, because I guess you have joined late, right? This batch. So
Yeah.
let me update you what is the process and all, and then you can simply download it accordingly. So I'll help you. Wait.
Okay. Ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, fine.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Jaideep,
Yes.
where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Share your screen.
Yeah. So here, ma'am, I have downloaded it. Eclipse Java.
Okay, have you unzipped this file? You have
Not
only
yet, ma'am.
downloaded, I guess, है ना?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go back. You have to unzip the file first. So the current location is download section, right? So you can see there is a
Yes.
zip file available, है ना? ये compress file है. तो पहले क्या करो, कोई लोकेशन पे इस फाइल को आप अपने सिस्टम पे कॉपी पेस्ट करो, and then you can unzip it. Copy, cut file from here. Download से cut करो. Same file पे right click करके you can just cut and go to your location where you want to save. Yeah, fine. Here. So Eclipse
Yeah,
is
already
already
have
there.
it.
हाँ, तो ठीक है. उसको
I have copied
unzip
it.
करो. Unzip करो. Right click करो and see extract here करके option आएगा. Extract all करके आ रहा है आपको. Do it. Yeah, just extract. देखो कोई भी जिप या कॉम्प्रेस्ड फाइल होगा ना, तो आप डायरेक्टली उसके फाइल्स को एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते, इंटरनल डेटा को. यू हैव टू एक्सट्रैक्ट इट, एंड दिस इज सेम फॉर सेलेनियम आल्सो. अगर सेलेनियम में भी आगे जाके कुछ डाउनलोड हम करेंगे, एंड इफ इट इज जिप फाइल, यू हैव टू एक्सट्रैक्ट इट फर्स्ट, then only you are able to see the correct the file structure inside that, and then only you can install.
Okay.
So I hope this time you will get the correct sequence. Yeah, now you can see this is your actual folder. Open karo. Yes, and here you can see that only one file is there. Yeah, you can just double click on that. Eclipse का कोई
It's a
भी
Luna version.
yeah, that is okay, Eclipse का कोई भी वर्जन चलेगा गाइस, ठीक है. अब देखो यहाँ पे ना, ओके सब लोग ये ध्यान से देखो अभी कि जब आप Eclipse के फाइल को डाउनलोड करोगे, यू विल बी एबल टू सी जिप फोल्डर. आफ्टर दैट अनजिप करो. अनजिप करने से आपको ये ऑप्शन मिलेगा, Eclipse का एक आइकन मिलेगा, यू हैव टू डबल क्लिक. सो जयदीप, नाउ इट इज आस्किंग यू इफ डू यू वांट टू चेंज योर वर्क स्पेस. ये आपको सेम रखना है. इफ यू वांट टू कीप
It's
द
fine,
सेम,
ma'am.
हाँ, so just go for OK. Yes, and there was one checkbox also. Either you can set up it as by default. That's it. So this is your Luna version. You can open it and welcome window को बस close करो and see this is already in the package explorer only. है ना? ये left hand side check करो बस. बाकी जितने भी blocks यहाँ पे open हो चुके हैं, task list, problems, Java docs, सबको remove करो. ठीक है? तो पैकेज एक्सप्लोरर में now you have to create a project package and then you can write a classes and you can just complete your assignments. Fine?
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay. Now you can stop this sharing. Okay, fine. तो जिनके सिस्टम पे अभी भी Eclipse नहीं है, please go for it. इस वे से इंस्टॉलेशन करो. And Vittal, I'll connect with you. Okay, मैं आपको बताती हूँ कैसे करना है इंस्टॉलेशन and all.
Okay,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes. Yeah.
So that's all for the day. Bye everyone. Take care. Good night. We will meet again directly Thursday, right? Bye everyone. Take care.
Bye, ma'am.